Another case solved for DM Seth Private Eye. Who would have thought that Mrs. O'Donoghue's shovel would be in the backyard of all places? A victory like this deserves a cigarette. Sherry. Well, with one question solved, several more arise. Like, if a lady poops while she's pregnant, does the baby come out all weird? Or how many pics of gorillas' asses can I post on Instagram until I get banned? But the answers to these questions will only be seen by my private eyes. And also the street urchin children that helped me find the shovel. Here they are now, the three of them. I think, what was your name again? Connor?
Sir, I told you smoking's bad for your health. You probably should put that out soon.
Wait, you don't smoke?
Secondhand smoking's bad. I'm a street urchin kid. I'm not, I still want to stay kind of healthy.
You should pick it up. You could use it.
Okay.
Sherry. Adam, that was the other boy's name, right?
Hi, how's it going? It's great to be here.
Yeah, good.
That's good.
Don't look at me. You're kind of cross-eyed, I noticed.
Hey, you're not supposed to point that out to people.
The tubby one, Jacob, right?
I think I'm in the wrong podcast. My friends.
This is why I leave you for last. Is because you're gonna break it every time.
My friends are much less cool, so I'll get back to the other room. But don't forget me, guys.
Come on, Jacob. Yes, and.
Well, that was my bit for this week to make up for the lack of bit last week. We are Cheaper by the Dungeon, not a mystery murder podcast. Even though there wasn't any murder, there's just a missing shovel. But we are all here. Connor, Adam, and Jacob, and me, Seth, are here to bring D&D into your ears once more. Recap, in case you didn't listen. The boys had their standoff with Limbo, pretty much. Normandy baited Carmine away from the group while Zippy made friends with a seagull, and Darian stood on lookout, and they found Colm, the king candidate for Orem, in the bottom of Limbo's ship. And they all managed to get back there and rescue him while meeting another very mysterious creature, an albino elephant named Kandula and a bronze Chinese-like dragon named Odin. And they gave some weird information and also basically wanted you to call them if you ever saw Felix, the #1 greeter. But he let you take Colm and get out of there.
Oh yeah, Felix. That's right.
And while you were leaving, since Zippy stabbed Carmine with the bleeding dagger, Carmine did die. And you guys managed to escape with Colm.
That's a lot of XP for me, right, DM?
Yes, but no level up just yet.
Oh,
Let me finish the math. Yeah, that's 6 XP.
Isn't it so sad how the more XP you get, the higher the ceiling goes?
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that was deep. We're very tall.
It's like that iceberg picture, you know, where it's like it's all on the bottom and they only see the top. Anyways, what was I saying? Colm, yeah, you saved him. You're on your way to Orem, but he's passed out. He's unconscious currently, and he looks like he was beat up pretty hard by the Limbo people. But that's everything. You guys ready to keep going?
Yep.
I'm
ready.
Totally. Let's do it.
Let's
ready.
go.
I'm scared, but I'm ready. I
Buttholes
just
are
want a
clenched.
relaxing, I want another one where I go shopping again. These
Yeah, that was
stakes
nice.
are too damn high.
I haven't been shopping in years. Soon, I promise. But anyways, to set the scene, you guys are on your horses, Tea Leaf and Denmark. Longface Cloppy Hooves is still with Blackjack and Yogurt, who are furiously looking for Zippy somewhere in Orem.
Oh, shoot. That's right.
And the 5 of you, actually, because it's Zippy, Normandy, Darian, Colm, and of course, Stubby the Seagull.
Stubby!
He's still there. And you guys are riding to Orem. So feel free to talk or discuss your plans going forward.
All right, boys. When we're ready to wake him up, I've got one spell slot left that I can heal him with to kind of get him back into a stable state. But we should probably talk a little bit about how we're going to handle this.
How fast are we riding right now? Are we like we can talk, right?
Sure, yeah. Well, how fast did you guys want to ride?
Let's do a
Well,
healthy
how about we
trot.
ride like a good distance away from the harbor portion of town, just so that we're kind of secluded by ourselves, and I think we can slow down a little bit just to kind of get our bearings and make a plan.
Sounds good. You guys are doing that.
Okay. Kind of like pull up on the reins a little bit.
Wait, what was that?
What was that noise?
That was. I don't know what that was.
Denmark is.
We're just gonna let it fade away.
Denmark's having a bad day, okay?
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Who did that? Yeah, that sounds good though. Yeah, go with that plan.
Okay, so once we slow down a little bit, go back into like maybe like a light gallop or whatever it is, I'm gonna say, "Hey guys, should we consider going to Gilbert's house, the mansion, first before we take Colm back to the city to get him maybe cleaned up a little bit, or what do you think?"
Yeah, if I recall our timeline correctly, we were supposed to meet Turi in 2 days last we sat down with him. And it's only been, I think, a day and a half. Could I, DM fact check that for a sec, actually? We were supposed to have another check-in meeting with him, today?
Tomorrow.
Okay, so yeah, we even have a buffer before we're supposed to come with him with another plan. So we're actually, way ahead of schedule right now.
Right. Okay, so I think bringing him to Gilbert's house is a good idea because then we can kind of keep Gilbert in the loop. But on the other hand, maybe it's a bad idea because Beryl is still there, and who knows how Colm will feel about Gilbert, and I don't know. I'm just kind of bringing all the options to the table. What do you guys think?
In my opinion, the less Colm knows, the better. That we gotta, if we're gonna pull this off, something as crazy as this, then we gotta make sure that we treat him nicely, but with also much discreet. I think, we can't. I don't know. I'm even nervous about bringing him over to the house. Because it's just the more he's involved in our doing, the more he'll get suspicious of, us influencing him in any way.
All right. Well, while we're on this quick point, I think if Gilbert ever does come up, I think our sorry, that accent is hard. Our alibi, our alibi, is we're three friends. We've been adventurers for a long time together, and Gilbert is an old friend who we visit every once in a while when we come to Orem. How's that sound?
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds great, but there's also children in the house, and who knows what they've heard, and they can say anything to Colm, and I'm just, either someone needs to ride ahead and get that prepared, or we need to be just really strategic about this,
I will say, to refresh just Darian and Normandy's minds, Marley and Paige were actually removed from the house with Joey, the butler, when the whole limbo stuff was going on. But Zippy wouldn't know that, obviously.
Oh, right.
Those kids are definitely in that house, as far as I know.
Well, Zip, Zip, actually, while we were looking for you, an agent of Limbo came and made an attempt on Norman's life in the house at the time, and so we had actually the Paige and Marley removed for safekeeping, so it should only be Gilbert and one of the butlers left there at the time, for the time being. So I think somebody could still ride ahead and inform Gilbert of the situation and the angle that we're taking. It's not a bad idea, but we should be okay in that regard for now. And we're not supposed to meet with Turi until tomorrow, so do we want to try and hold on to Colm until then, or should we look at just returning him? I think if we try and wait to talk to Turi first, that might bring more suspicion from our interaction with Colm, so I think we have to make a fairly direct trip back to the capital.
Yeah, do we know? I mean, does Colm know that we know who he is, or as far as he's concerned, we just think he's a random passerby?
I think I jump off my horse.
Zippy, where are you going?
I put my horse to a halt, and I start circling my horse and tapping my feet quickly. It's just I think better on my feet, I think the best thing we need to do. Oh, this is crazy, guys. We're dealing with the prince basically here, or the new king essentially. Maybe. And we have to treat him like we don't know who he is.
We can't bring him to Orem then, and if we don't know he's the potential prince, right? It would make more sense to bring him to the mansion.
Yeah, that makes sense. If we don't know who Colm is, we could say we bring him back to the mansion just to make sure that he gets healed up and safe. And the second we find out who he is, we could bring him right back to the capital. That could really help us in leaning into the we don't know who he is angle.
The problem is though is that there's also guards to get into the area where the house is. Remember when we first came into Orem and we had Gilbert talk to the guards for us as we walked in? We can't just. How are we supposed to get Colm in there without him getting recognized?
I could be Gilbert.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that Colm is
right,
literally
Colm,
on our
right.
horse.
Actually, we may have to deal with this before we even get to the mansion. That was a good catch there, Zippy.
I'd think better on my feet. Here I am.
Why don't we do that then? We can ride for a bit more. I can look at healing Colm up to refresh him. We can have a conversation to really find out who he is, and then look at bringing him back to the castle.
DM, what time is it right now?
It's about 1 p.m.
Is
Yeah, because we did most of the stuff in the morning before.
Yeah, you left in the morning. You got there just before noonish, like when you say Zippy, and then all the harbor stuff happened relatively quickly.
is there like an out? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's everything.
Is there like an outcropping of trees or some like a couple boulders that we can kind of get some shelter behind and
Yeah,
some
I feel like-
seclusion?
I feel like we should set up a campsite.
So,
At least a small one, yeah.
so there's a. It's not a very far ride from the harbor to the inner wall of Orem. So like the city's surrounded by another big wall, like the outer one. And there's very few trees and a few rocks. Like you could hide behind one, like a boulder, but the road you're going on doesn't seem very high traffic now. But you have passed a few people on your way, and surprisingly, none have noticed that you're carrying Colm. Like you could get to the city in like 10 minutes right now.
Oh,
There's something else we need to take into consideration with this angle. Norman and I actually accepted a bounty for retrieving Colm, Zip, so it might be hard to make a play that we don't know who he is if we've already kind of put our names on the roster for that, and he'll definitely find out.
From what it seems, though, well, think about this. How likely do you think it would be that the counselor, whoever who sent you on this little expedition, how likely do you think it would be that they'd feel happy saying that only 2 guys went and saved Colm when the whole kingdom couldn't even save him? Do you think they'd really be able to admit that?
So you want to play the angle that, you know, the military, the greeters were able to retrieve him, not just 2 no-names. And then we kind of remove ourselves from the equation.
Even just bargain with the person who gave you the money, right? Where, I don't know, it seems like they don't even really like Colm, and do you think they'd even be, you think they'd take the first chance they can to save face by saying that they were really the ones to save him or something, you know? So if you were to, I don't know, make some sort of deal or something, say that they can claim they saved him, but you guys would basically never hear or something.
Yeah, and we could try and take the angle that we want more gold in return so that they can take the... Because we need to make it seem like we're not
Take the
doing
credit.
this out of charity. Yeah, it needs to make sense. So if we say we offer the credit to them in return for a higher reward, I think they're more likely to keep their mouths shut about the whole thing. So
Right.
I think that's not a bad idea.
I think
No, that's good.
That
That makes a lot of sense.
But you guys have to do that without him knowing. So
No, I completely agree.
okay, I've got a little tricky plan as well for when he wakes up. If I don't know if you guys want to set up in a clearing or something. Here, let's set up in a clearing. Then I'll discuss a little idea I have with you guys.
Sure.
Okay. You guys move off the road that's heading towards the inner wall and go more to the south, I suppose, where it's more just farmland. You can see like there's corn stalks going out of the ground. There's lots of fields, which you've seen going from the inner wall to the mansion as well, like just lots of farmland. So you can just hang out on the outskirts of there, like there's nobody really around.
Can we park our horses? Do you guys want to park our horses and just kind of
Yeah, that's fine.
huddle around?
So, yeah. So if I recall correctly, we need to convince Colm basically make Turi the new worship god, and you said you have an idea, Zip?
Yeah, I think so. Well, at least something to get the ball rolling, you know? Normandy, do you still have a shape-shifting ability or no?
Yes, I have a couple spell slots left. Yes, I feel pretty good. I feel like I have enough energy to do that, yeah.
Great. Here's my plan. I feel like what'd be really cool is if he woke up and he saw, I don't know, Darian and Normandy tussling, but Normandy is actually one of the members from the what is the group called again? The
Limbo?
yeah, Limbo. Normandy could be someone from Limbo, and Darian can kind of fend him off, and I don't know, I'll help or something, or try to hold Colm back to protect him, and then he'll wake up and see us even further, just trying to, even though we've saved him, they're still coming after us in a way, and he'll I don't know, even be more thankful for us, and we can kind of get the ball rolling that way, instead of, just to add more emotion or drama to this whole escape plan. I don't know if that's a good idea to you guys or anything, but I mean, use the tools that we have, right?
That's not a bad idea. And then when Norman, if you're okay with it, you could break off and head back to the capital
And talk to Yogi.
and talk to Yogi and look at getting that all squared up, so that when we get there, we're not part of that at all, and Colm doesn't hear anything about it.
So if you give me, if you guys kind of say, like, kill me, you guys, quote, don't get carried away. I remember how hard you punched me on the boat.
I'll try my best.
But, so, kill me, quote, and then, you guys go away to kind of go recoup and hide, while I kind of drop my disguise, I go back into the castle, and I go talk to Yogi. Give me like an hour's lead, and then we can meet at, say, Valentine's? Or where do you think we should meet? I mean, you'll have Colm with you at that point. Or should I go outside of the castle to wait for you there?
I feel like the second that we reach those walls and the guards see who Colm is, there's going to be a direct route to the castle.
So I should just come back
need
out
to
and...
beeline it there.
So I should just come back out and find you guys after I talk to Yogi.
Yeah, meet us at the castle.
Okay.
Just outside, somewhere nearby, and keep a watch for us.
Like the castle steps almost, I'd say.
And during that time, myself and Zippy will work to convince Colm that he might need to make some religious changes but we're gonna do our best to make it his idea.
Do you guys want to use the Stick of Bliss? It might be helpful.
In what way?
Well, you know what? All of its effects are temporary, so never mind. It makes people really happy. So I thought maybe you could go like, oh, by the way, Turi, and you hit him. And then he's like, oh, I like that guy.
Quick.
I don't know if we want another charm person issue on our
Sniff
hands,
my
so-
stick.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Zip, do you have any energy left to heal Colm?
Yes, I have a latent ability actually that can help heal him.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, I
'Cause
do
if
too
I
as well, if you
heal
need
him
one.
and then we're gonna be tussling. We're playing an altercation here, right? So if I heal him and then run over and tackle quote unquote Limbo Norman, that might look a little odd. So I think Zippy, you'll need to be the one to pick him up.
Okay, that sounds good to me, Darian.
Okay, let me just get my accent. Hello, yes, I am man from
Good
Limbo.
Lord, man.
I've
Well,
come to do...
which Limbo person are you gonna? Because it has to be almost like someone he's seen in the cave, right?
Oh, I
Well,
should just be...
he's seen people in their full limbo guard, like the uniform with the mask and everything. So he doesn't necessarily have to look like anyone specific,
Okay.
because the clothes can be disguised.
So yes, this is my accent for Limbo Man. Call me Dawson. I am Dawson from Limbo, and I mean great harm to
Okay.
Colm.
How about,
Yeah,
we
okay.
just, how about we just try not to talk too much and let's just stick to combat.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be weird if every Limbo person had like an English accent and one person was Russian or something.
I am import, hired hand, outside mercenary help.
You'd think he'd notice that or something.
Guys, I think it's
Like a
really
language
gonna
we
sell
came
it.
for
I
a
think,
while.
I'm just getting into character. What's my motivation in this role? What does Dawson want? What is he after?
Okay, let's try and minimize the performance here. I want
Less
to have
method?
a little margin
Okay.
of error as possible. So what we're going
Okay.
to do, Norman, in your form, I'm just going to toss you. I want you to scurry back, run on your horse, and ride away. We don't need to talk. We don't need to say anything. But then ride away to another outcropping of trees, something, drop the disguise, and head into the city.
I don't get to do
Convince
anything
Colm to
cool.
rest.
Make sure it's clear though that he's trying to attack Colm as like one final thing, just so it seems like Colm's life is even more threatened or something. And Darian just gets him at the last second, like tackles him or something.
I'll
Sounds
say
good.
before I run off, I'll say something like, "Hey, you outmatched me now, but Limbo will never stop hunting you." Something ominous like that, kind of, and it's in my best interest to leave because I'm outnumbered at that point, right? So, and then it sounds
Yeah,
like
that's-
Limbo is still legit, not afraid to quit. I mean, dang it, never mind.
Too legit to quit.
I messed it up, and now it's just you gotta let it fade away.
Okay.
I think
all right.
that'll work just fine.
Okay,
All right.
maybe I'll go
We're
like
all on the same
Arkansas.
page.
Well, now I'll come back now. You hear? No, Russian's good. Okay,
Oh
good.
my God.
What is Arkansas? Arkansas? What are you talking
It's
about?
close to the island I grew up on. It's a small little place. Really hot
Oh,
down
And
there.
I guess that's canon now.
That small island of Arkansas.
There's a small island near
Yeah.
Calm Cloud Monastery that's called Arkansas.
Yep. With a W.
All right. Well, I'll kind of are we? So you said there's like an outcropping of we're near like a kind of an outcropping of trees, right, Seth?
Yeah, and like you're near a cornfield.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of like hide off to the side, like I wasn't around for the beginning of this, so that as soon as Zippy restores Colm and sees Limbo, I'll run out and tackle him.
All right.
Okay. I cast Disguise Self, and I'm gonna look like a dragonborn, like really dark brown scales, and I'm gonna
You
have
got it.
a cloak but soaked in blood on my left side to look like I've already been injured once.
Okay, sounds good. And like, yeah, you'll have the tail and everything, and the whole uniform as well.
Okay, cool.
And then I would like to use Bomb of the Summer Court, which
Alright.
for those who don't know, that's part of like a passive of mine almost. Every druid gets a circle, and mine's Circle of Dreams.
Who would have thought?
At second level, you become imbued with the blessing of the Summer Court. You have a font of energy that offers respite from injuries. You have a pool of Fey energy represented by a number of d6s equal to your druid level. As a bonus action, you can choose an ally. So we're going to choose Colm. You can see within 120 feet of you. I think I brought my glasses. And spend a number of those dice equal to half your druid level or less. Roll the spent dice and add them together. The target regains a number of hit points equal to the total. The target also gains one temporary hit point. So I basically turned him into a man.
Nice.
So roll to heal.
Literally just had my dice.
While he rolls, Seth, how long does
Yep.
a bardic inspiration last? Just 10 minutes, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
So the inspiration I gave to Zippy before,
Oh, that he never used.
yeah, that's gone?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Looks like I got 10.
Okay.
Snap. Nice.
Your hands and the area around you glows with this druid energy. Like the grass around you is kind of glowing a bit as a circle appears on the floor, and you start healing Colm for 10 points of damage. Stubby's also still on Colm. He's been on his shoulder, just kind of like pecking at his head like a woodpecker. And as he does, you can see Colm kind of like shoots awake, and he's like, "Get off my head!" And Stubby kind of flies away and lands on Tea Leaf. But Colm wakes up and he's like rubbing his head, and he's just so dazed. And he looks at you. His eyes are kind of squinting as he comes back to life, and he's just like, "Where, Zippy?"
Stand back! Stand back!
I draw my sword and I say, "I've had enough! Stupid rabbit man, give him back to me now!"
Look out, Zippy! And I come sprinting in and I body check Norman.
Oh! And I kind of roll with it.
Pull your sword out! Slash him down the front!
All right, I draw my sword.
Okay.
And I kind of hold my sword up for an easy parry, kind of like looking a little nervous. Oh no!
No, Darian, I've seen you do way better than that. Kill him!
Okay, I'm gonna take a swing.
Okay.
A stage swing. Just so, I mean, what would you like me to roll, or was it just a stage
Well, yeah,
swing?
I was just gonna say, as if you're doing a stage swing, I just want Normandy and Darian to both roll performance.
Okay.
Why haven't you run already, Norman? It was supposed to be immediate.
I'm method acting.
No, Okay, no, that was great though.
Performance.
You better do well. I'll be so upset. That's a 19, 18 plus 1, so...
See, I'm not as into it. I only got a 13. You know, it's just hard to get in the role. I go, no!
From where Colm's looking, though, you slash, or it seems like you actually do slash Normandy. It looks real to Colm. Like he's buying it.
I grab a fistful of sand from dirt, and I throw it at Darian's face. Ha!
And I play into it, and like it's landed in my eyes.
And I get up and say, "Ha! Too slow for me." Then I get on my horse and I say, "You may have won now, but you may have won now, but you will rue the day that you crossed limbo." Yeah! And then I ride off away.
Okay. You ride off into the sunset. Both Darian and Norman, give me one last performance check.
Oh boy. That's right, cocked.
Ooh, not as high. 14.
Man, dang. 10.
Darian actually is tearing up a little because he did get some dirt in his eyes.
Yes.
And Normandy, while you were stumbling over your lines a little bit, it did seem a little unnatural, but you and Darian's combined efforts made it look real. So Colm did buy it. After seeing this, Colm's just like, "Whoa, oh, Zippy, what's going on, Zippy?
It's okay.
It's okay. Still after
It
us."
looks like my friend Darian here just drove away one of the last ones. They've been chasing us ever since the harbor there. Oh
Yep.
boy, these people really don't like you.
I'm gonna make a quick perimeter check, Zip. Stay safe.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna walk around and...
I'll protect Colm, it is, right?
Yeah. Zippy, you actually came back for me. I was in. Last thing I remember, I was in the cave, and then now I'm here, and you're here, and that limbo guy that I'm pretty sure I've heard that accent in the group before.
Dang it.
And he was such a mean man. I'm glad you scared him off. But
that's okay.
You came back.
Well, you just seem. You were there for me. You helped me in the cave there. There's no way I couldn't return the favor. I would never seen such a kind person do that for me. I couldn't turn my back on you.
I come back to the group.
I can't thank you enough. And he like hugs you, Zippy. He's like on his knees.
All right. It looks like we're safe for the moment.
hug him back.
Aww.
Before anything happens, I hug him back.
You do so.
Hogging him to yourself, eh? Get away, Darian.
All right. It looks like we're safe for the moment. We can rest easy for now.
Thank you, Darian. Oh, Darian, this is Colm. This is my friend Darian Colm. He's kind of like my companion. They came to save me after they realized, I'd been missing, and I guess we just kind of all ended up together.
Well,
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, Colm. And I extend a hand to him.
any friend of Zippy's is a friend of mine. And he like tries to get on his legs. He's still a little wobbly and he kind of like stumbles, but he grabs your hand and he puts an arm on your shoulder to like stabilize himself.
Well, take
He
it
shakes
easy.
your
Take
hand.
it easy.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
And I'm gonna use my healing on him as well.
Okay, do so and roll the dice.
And that's going to be that's going to be 7.
Okay.
Out of everything.
Your hands start to glow with magical energy as you put your hand on his shoulder, and you can see his back starts to straighten, and the wounds on his arms and face, like the bruises, start to fade. He's just like, "Oh, thank you. You two are so kind."
Anyone who's willing to help my friends is a friend of mine too.
Yeah, Yeah, actions go a long way in my book, and I'm just glad we're all safe now.
But I see you didn't get out unscathed, and he sees your hand with the pinky missing. He's like, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry you had to get mixed up in this. I don't know how you did, but I'm sorry
Mixed
for
up.
anything.
Mixed up in what? These guys just seem like a bunch of mean old blokes.
Yeah, they are. I don't really know why they were after me specifically, but I just imagine they wanted a bounty or someone out there wanted my head.
Why are you important or something?
Yeah, is there any particular reason that someone would be out to get you?
Wait, are you not from Orem? Do you not know? This is kind of refreshing, actually.
No offense, do I look like I'm from Orem?
No, actually, I'm not sure. I've seen one of your elfish kind, but the world's a big place.
I'm from the Bramble Patch, and you know me. I'm Zippy Westboro.
If I remember anything, it's your backstory.
Yeah.
But I'm a little shocked. I thought maybe you really don't know who I am. You didn't just save me because of me?
No, what makes you so important? I treat everyone the same.
Well, let me introduce myself again. For Darian as well. I may have mentioned this, but I guess the last name doesn't ring a bell for you either, Zippy. But and he like stands up straight, and he like puts on this kind of like noble form, like he's kind of practiced or rehearsed this kind of introduction several times before. And he's like, my name is Colm Alvaro, grandson of the 30th king of Orem, Pontus Alvaro, and I believe I may be in line for the throne.
Oh, well, that's cool. Well,
seriously,
and I hold for applause. Nothing, right? No?
Oh, that's okay. You're a little small for a king, but you'll get there, I guess. Sorry, I've known
this is incredibly humbling. This is.
No, it's okay.
Darian's like lightly clapping. He's just like,
Well, me and Darian have known, kings and queens throughout our areas too, so I mean, it's nice seeing another one, but do you want us to bow or anything?
No. I would never ask my saviors to bow to me. If anything, I should be bowing to you.
No.
And he does like a curtsy, kind of like regal bow.
If there's one little request I could make right now, I'd just like us to be seen as equals, and just friends.
Yeah, it's true. I've never come across royalty who is so self-sacrificing, especially what you did for Zippy. So you've earned our respect. There's no need to do anything beyond that.
Well, if that's the only repayment you want, that I can surely be your friend. I feel like I already am.
Oh, well, that's really nice. How about let's sit down for a bit while we kind of sort all this out. You're next in line to be king. That's quite something.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of. I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a lot of responsibility. Yeah.
So if you don't mind, being someone who's not from the area, how does this whole thing work? You're in line for the throne. Like, does that mean you're gonna be in like the next king? How does that work?
Well, not necessarily. It's more just I'm getting groomed for it since Pontus is obviously still the king. How it works is once Pontus is retired, which might be within the next few years, honestly, and he steps down as king, the next king will be the king or queen will be chosen from one candidate from each of the 3 original greeter lines. So there was 3 greeters who found the first grand treasure. There was the cleric, the fighter, and the sorcerer. I'm from the fighter line, the Alvaros, and yeah, so there should be 2 others. I'm not sure who. Maybe Farron will be the sorcerer. I hope not. She hates politics, and I wouldn't want her to go through any of that.
I don't quite know how to tell you this, Colm. Your father, Pontus, actually...
Grandfather.
grandfather. Sorry,
You're
Pontus.
flattering him. He'd laugh at that one.
Yeah. He actually passed away about a week ago now.
From what we've heard, I mean, yeah, that's what the talk around, what we've heard along these trails.
Yeah. I'm sorry you didn't know.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, I
Wait.
think we should sit down, Colm. I'm sorry.
No, what? How long was I unconscious for? What?
Well,
What?
You've only been unconscious for, at least as far as we can tell, a short time if you were talking to Zippy, but we heard the rumors about a week ago.
It's Zippy, and he looks at you and he's like, is this true? And there's like tears starting to well up, and you can see his hands are shaking.
I I brush my 2 ears back like I don't know what to say, and then I slap my hand on his shoulder. Hey.
He has to bend down a little. He has to bend down a little because you can't reach his shoulder.
Hey.
Right from Spider-Man.
Sorry. Sorry.
No. And like, if there's one thing I know about Darian, it's that he's a man of his word and he doesn't joke. I'm sorry, Colm.
I need a moment. And he turns his back to you guys, and he just walks to like a nearby tree, and he puts his hand on it, but he's just taking a moment to himself to collect himself. And we're gonna cut to Normandy, who's on his horse, Denmark, and you're riding, and you still look like a dragonborn in limbo garb.
Okay, as soon as I'm maybe 200 feet away, or no, maybe like 500 feet away, I drop disguise self and look like myself again, and I stop for a moment to put on my greeter cloak that I had in my pack.
Okay.
And I use prestidigitation to kind of clean myself up as much as I can, and kind of like smooth back my hair, and kind of like just get my voice back, trying to drop the Russian that I had, and all right, and I make my way towards the main entrance of the giant wall that surrounds Orem.
You go towards Orem, and you're all cleaned up. You look like a greeter.
Oh yeah.
And you make your way into the doors, or the gate there, and there's some guards, but it's not the same security as on the outer walls. Like when you needed the pass, they just kind of let you in, and they obviously see the cloak, so they just kind of nod as you ride by on your horse. So you are in Orem.
Okay, sweet. I'm kind of like in the city before the castle kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the residential area before getting to the market. Do you want to head to like the center of Orem, like the square there, and go to the castle?
Really soon. Do I remember Jezebel's directions on how to get to the bakery?
It was Jezzy's her name.
Oh, Jezzy. Okay.
Her bakery she mentioned is in the center square of Orem.
I would like to make a very quick pit stop there.
Okay.
What?
This one's out of the blue. But yeah, okay. So you ride that way.
Does anyone remember
make it-
Jezzy? Oh yeah.
To remind listeners.
Oh yeah.
Jezzy was the human girl who helped Darian when he was extremely drunk.
Look, we all have our days.
Yeah.
And I had a big crush on her.
Yeah, and Normandy had a crush on her. That's when he wore the shin pads.
Oh, yeah.
So you go to the center of Orem, and you're passing through the town. It's quite busy as Orem is all the time. But you're there in the square, and you see the shops. You see the stands. You see the little raisin stand boy. You see the two balls anvil. You see all the places you've been before. And then you see a little hole in the wall bakery. Called Light as Air Goods.
Nice. I kind of like dust myself off one final time, get off my horse, park it, and I walk in. Ding.
You walk in, and it's a very humble little shop. There was there's like a window display underneath where they handle the money, and there's like donuts and bread and lots of just like sweet treats. And it seems empty. And there's like a little bell on the dash kind of thing.
Okay.
So you can ring that for service if you'd like.
Ugh, I kind of feel like people hate that. I just kind of, hello, hello.
You don't hear anybody.
Bing. Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry.
And you see this big. Well, he's not big. He's a well-built elf man. And he comes from the back, and he just kind of peers his head out from where they kind of make all the baked goods, and he's just like, just give me a second. I'll be right out.
Yep. No rush. Well,
Jesse
actually, a
will,
bit of a
one
rush.
sec.
Yep. Sorry.
All right. And Jesse comes out, the human girl, and as she walks out, your heart skips a beat. And she's like, hi, oh, it's you, Norman. Hi.
Jesse, how's it going? It's good to see you.
Good. I'm doing well. How are you? How's Darian?
Darian's really good. We're in the middle of something really big, starting up a new business and franchise, and things are going really good. Bit of a startup. But anyways, I'm actually just passing through, running a couple errands. I just wanted to come say hi, and actually, can I grab like a 12-pack of donuts?
Yeah, sure. What flavor would you like?
Just assorted, if that's fine. But make sure you get like the toasted coconut chocolate ones if you have them. Do you have like a display?
Yeah, for sure. Are you weird about the jelly-filled ones? Some people are.
Yeah, I don't mind. I kind of imagine the giant bugs, and I.
Okay.
Crap! There goes my chances.
Okay, awesome. And she grabs a box and she laughs a little, and she starts putting the donuts in, and she's like, oh, and actually, I'm a little disappointed Darian's not with you. I was really hoping
That
he'd
cuts.
stop by, but
That cuts a little bit.
here, give this one to Darian. It's my husband's favorite as well.
Whoa! All right. I take that all in stride.
And she
I
puts
say,
in.
oh, okay.
She puts in this like green-colored donut, and she's like, maybe this will remind Darian a bit about home, and then puts it in the box and closes it, and gives you a dozen donuts.
I say, and can I have 2 cups of? Do they have coffee in Ohm?
Yep.
I say, can I get 2 cups of coffee to go, please? Do they have paper? I don't know.
She has like 2 like wooden cups, and she's like, you know what? As long as you bring them back, I don't mind. And she gives you 2 cups of coffee.
Okay, thanks. Do you have a tray? It's fine. I got it. And I kind of put the donuts like under my shoulder a little bit, and I say, hey, what's the vibe? I really gotta go, Jez, but what's the vibe here? What's going on with how are the votes going? Do we know?
Oh, with the election? Yeah, crazy news, eh? With Turi postponing it. Well, basically, we're still on a hold. People are kind of discussing who they're talking. Like, word around the town is basically everyone, since Colm's not here, they're gonna vote for Fair and Rise. That seems to be the popular one.
Oh, Bradley's kind of out of the running, eh?
There is a weird cult following for Bradley, actually. a lot of people. It seems kind of more like a joke.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's
get
not more
him
fan
in.
art of him.
Yeah, I know. Weird.
But
yeah.
Okay, well, hey, I actually gotta go. We're getting contacted so much by our business. But we'll be in touch. We'll stop by again. Maybe we can get you an endorsement.
Yeah,
with
stop by again. And those are on the house. Don't worry about paying them.
Oh, good. I
Like
actually just
paper.
realized I have no money. All right, I'll talk to you soon. I'll bring these back. I promise. And I leave.
Okay, thanks. Have a good day.
Bye.
And you leave.
I secure
I'm
the donuts
sorry.
to Denmark, and kind of have the coffees, and kind of as fast as I can kind of trot up to the castle entrance.
Okay. I'm so sorry, by the way, that she's married. I didn't do that to cock block you. I swear. It was a premeditated thing when I made that NPC. I didn't know you'd have a crush.
Do you know what her heart belongs to Darren?
Listeners, I want them to find love.
Oh, but wait, she has sisters.
in this
it's
imaginary
not a
land.
closed door yet. She has sisters.
Yeah. Okay. So you ride up to the castle,
Yeah.
and you go in, and it's the same regal castle as you've been to before. You go up. There's lots of nobles. Some of them are scoffing. They're like, "Why does he have coffee and donuts at a castle?" Like it's commoner food to them. And you go in, and you're in the grand hall, and there's there's the big staircase going up, and there's the 2 stair guards that you saw before.
Okay. Hey guys, how's it going?
Are you talking to the guards?
Yeah.
Tommy, the chill guard, if you remember, he's like, "Yo, penguin buddy." Well, you're not the penguin guy, but yeah. What's up?
Hey, not much. Just I have a bit of a meeting with Yogi actually, but I brought some donuts that I'm gonna share with him. But do you guys want one each? I kind of open up the box.
You trying to bribe me to get up the stairs? Cause it's working. It's working so good, bud.
I just see Yogi really likes
yeah.
the jelly filled, so steer clear of those.
All right. I'll take the green one. What is this?
Sorry, you know what?
Situation.
That's for a good friend of mine too. I'm sorry, but the rest are yours. The rest are fair game. I swear.
Okay. I'll take old fashioned.
Oh, didn't take the coconut.
And he's like, thank you, man. Dude, sick. I love this. This is like a good shift. So what's up?
Hey, just remember Norman D. He takes care of his friends. All right, see you later, guys.
Yeah, bro. Fist bump.
Is there? I don't have to roll dexterity, or I don't have to roll the hit for that, do I?
No, you don't. You spill a little coffee.
Is there a place to leave Denmark? Denmark?
Oh yeah, I didn't notice you brought your horse in here. That's weird. You'd think I'd notice that. Yeah, no, I'll tie it up. I'll tie it up back.
Thanks.
Don't worry, I'll put it outside. And he's like, yeah, if you want to go see Yogi, you probably remember, go to the East Wing. You can go that way.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks for the donut. And he takes Denmark outside.
I walk up the stairs.
And you pass Christopher Langley's office, the little like secretary boy who helped you find Yogi before.
Oh yeah.
And you kind of wave as you go by.
Hey, how's it going? Do you want a donut? If I have any left, I'll give one on the way back.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
And you go back and you go up the stairs. You don't need to be escorted, and people aren't kind of questioning because Christopher knows now that you've had a agreement with Yogi about getting Colm, so it's not weird that you're going to his office. You wouldn't be allowed up the main stairs where the guard was, though, as before.
Okay.
But you go up the side, and you get to the second level, and you go to the office, and there's actually a sign there saying, be back later. Important meeting in Grand Hall. If you're reading this, if you're reading this and you should be there, go there now.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what the heck? All right. The door's locked?
Yeah. You can knock on it. It's locked.
I do knock just to make sure.
No one answers.
I go back to Chris and I say, "Hey, Chris, how's it going? Sorry to bother you. Do you have a moment?"
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, yeah, I'm supposed to meet with Yogi, but he's not here. He says he's in the Great Hall, but I'm actually still pretty new. I don't really know what that is. Do you mind showing me the way?
Oh, meeting. Oh, you're meeting with him about Colm, right? I hope that went well. I hope you have some sort of lead. I'm worried about him.
Delicate leads at best, but we'll keep trying.
But the Great Hall, you're not really allowed in there. They're kind of having a meeting with all the higher nobles and also the, sorcerer and cleric candidates. And Turi's there too. So, they're kind of hashing out the delay.
It's actually really pressing. I kind of need a little bit of information from Yogi to follow up on this lead. So, what should I do if it's really important?
Urgent, or can it wait?
No, it can. It's really important. I know it doesn't look like it because I got donuts, but people got to eat, right?
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to lose my job bringing you in there, and unless you have Colm with you, like I don't think you're getting in.
I have intel that could save his life, Chris.
Really? Persuasion check.
Do I need to persuade? I mean, it's true.
Roll, man.
He doesn't know
roll.
it's true.
He doesn't know it's true.
But I know it's true, so it's like I can't beat anyone.
That means it'll be a lower
You're gonna
skill check.
persuade him.
It's because you're selling it better.
Okay.
Be honest, Adam.
9.
Look, even if it's that good, I can't bring you in. I'm sorry. But if you want to, this is the map of how to get there. But I won't follow you. And he shows you kind of a map of the castle and where to go to get to the grand hall, or like this great like banquet hall room on the second floor.
Okay. I commit it to memory.
So he's basically telling you where it is, but he's not going to actually escort you there.
Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna say, okay, Chris. You know what? For helping me out, you get a donut.
Oh, sweet. Can I?
But I get to pick
any
because
kind I can have?
I get to pick because you're not helping me as much as I'd like, and I give him the other old fashioned.
12 dozen
had the green
donuts
one,
means
but-
12 dozen friends.
Yeah.
Okay,
Everybody wants my
12.
donut.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I love the
Do
bakery.
you know
And
what?
then
I
he-
had this cup of coffee for Yogi, but if it's gonna be a while, you might as well have this other cup. There you go.
Oh, thank you. I'm more of a tea guy, but I'll take it.
Okay, it's just black. I didn't put it. I put this room.
Man. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't want to be that guy.
It's okay, but yeah, I know you'll make it up to me down the line.
Oh, gosh, this is awkward. I'm sorry. I'm looking the other way now. Where you go is not up to me.
Okay, bye. Wink, wink. And I kind of go on my way. Man, what am I
Okay.
gonna do? This would be a great spot to take a break so I could get some advice from the other players.
soon. Wait, tell me what you want to do.
Man, do I have to pass by that guard that you were talking about to get into the Great Hall?
No, you could go, you could get up to the second floor near Yogi's office and then, move through the maze of hallways to get there. Which you would know the maze now.
But I don't have to pass any tight security to get there? Or do I?
Not that you know of. You don't really know where they would be or not.
I cast Disguise Self and become Christopher.
Okay. You do so. You look exactly like a little, well, not little. He's a young man. He's a young adult.
Okay. Okay, let's see if I can get into this. Hi, I'm Christopher. Okay, I got this. I can do this. I kind of smooth back my hair, kind of straighten out my tunic, and I start walking there.
That's a pretty good Christopher.
Thanks.
And you start walking, and as you're moving through the hallways, you see there's very light security. They're almost empty. And as you move closer, you find it a little bit odd, but you start hearing lots of discussing and arguing and shouting coming from these big doors as you see at the end of this hallway. Your destination is the banquet hall. The doors are closed, and there's actually no guards outside them either. But you hear a lot of voices on the inside. What are you going to do?
Man, do you know what? Outside of the room, I do maybe 25 jumping jacks, a couple push-ups to get myself nice and out of breath. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
And then I kind of back up 15 feet, and I start booking it towards the door. And as soon as I get there, I rip the door open, and I kind of run in, and I say, I need to talk to Yogi. Where's Yogi? And I kind of look
And
around.
that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh!
I knew it. I knew it.
Hey guys, Adam here. I play Normandy on the show. We just have a couple quick housekeeping notes for you guys to be aware of in our mid-roll. First off, I just want to remind you guys that we love you. When we started this podcast, we had no idea how successful it would become or how much you guys would like it or even how much we would like it. We talk about this all the time, about how much we have come to fall in love with the characters that we've made in the world that Seth has built. And you know what? We are so proud of this episode and the last few episodes in general. We love the entire show, but we know that the show has just gotten better and better as we have spent more time in this world. And we just want to thank you guys for staying with us and watching this world and these characters grow with us. It's really, really cool experience. Please never hesitate to reach out to us on all of our different social feeds. You can find us at Cheaper Dungeon, of course. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course anywhere that you listen to your podcasts. The one thing that we would ask, if you have enjoyed Cheaper by the Dungeon, please show your support by going onto iTunes and giving us an awesome review. And the other thing that we would love for you to do is to tell a friend about Cheaper by the Dungeon. If it's made you smile, if it's made you laugh, if you thought about it during the week and thought, man, Zippy is just so darn adorable, then don't hesitate to tell a friend or to recommend the podcast to someone else. Our next episode is coming out April 2nd, so make sure that's in your calendars. Besides that, we love you guys. Cannot wait to see where the rest of this episode is going. Things get really intense, and we hope you guys enjoy it. All right, back to the good stuff.
Looks like another mystery has been solved because we're back from the mid-roll with DM Seth Private Eye Part 2 and the Three Hooligans.
How'd you become a private eye?
I got lung
What?
cancer from secondhand smoke. I told you should quit.
I told you it'd make you cooler. Now eat them, eat them.
You never quit. That's what makes you a good private eye.
You gotta stay resilient, boy.
You're the best.
You'll never be my predecessor. I can't keep doing this. Okay, we're back. Normandy just barged into the banquet hall in the Orm's castle, but we're gonna cut to. We're not gonna finish that yet.
Man.
We're gonna go to Darian and Zippy with Colm. Colm is still putting his hand on the tree, but he takes it off and he turns back around, and you can see like he's really tried to contain his emotions, and he comes back to you too, and he's just like, "Oh, okay, I believe you, and I'm yeah, I don't know what to say."
You know, I am sorry, Colm. It's never easing to take a loss like this, especially after what you've just been through. It's just one thing after another. I am truly sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Colm's kind of jokey, not jokey, but like, more upbeat nature is now kind of more just obviously somber and serious. But he doesn't seem very talkative.
Well, I'm curious, Colm. Now that Pontus has passed, you mentioned that it'll go into an election.
Yes. There will be an election between the three greeter line king/queen candidates for the throne. It'll usually be just this one-off mass majority election all in one shot, and whoever is in the majority gets to become the next ruler.
And what do you want to do with that? If you said your name is going to be on the docket.
I want it. I'm not gonna lie. I feel as though I was born for this. I've been raised to pursue this. I want to bring change to Orem.
What kind of change do you hope to bring?
The kind my grandfather was never able to do, I suppose. I always saw him getting pushed around or manipulated by the nobles and catering to their needs and forgetting the needs of the people. And, I want to fight the system. And I'm sorry, I almost laughed when I said that because it's so cheesy. But I want to fight the system, and no, I want to turn Orem on its head. We are a spotlight in the world of Ohm. We are the ones everybody's looking at, and we need to be better.
Change comes to the hearts of those who can see, those who have not seen.
Oh, whoa, okay. Oh, I didn't see that one. Yeah, I agree. I was actually, before coming back to Orem and before getting kidnapped and everything, I was actually in Leek's Garden down south, the jungle area, and finding out how they do things in Tikul down there, in their grand cities. And I think they have a better system. So I've been kind of traveling the world, figuring out, other styles and exactly what I want to make Orem if I am chosen to be the ruler.
That's amazing. Just exploring and seeing what else the world has to offer. Oftentimes, people just get stuck in their ways.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can relate to traveling. You're a greeter. I'm sure you've been all over.
Yeah, but you see, me and Darian, we just have a strict code that we like to follow by.
What's that?
Well, just bringing, joy.
I'd appreciate it if you said it at the same time. I'm kidding.
Connor, let's go. Bringing joy. Joy.
I think it's and what that is we want to bring joy. Like Zippy and I, we do want to bring change to this world in our own way, and we want to do that by, bringing joy to those around us. That was one of the reasons we came back for you. After we heard the circumstance you were in when we got Zippy, we couldn't leave you there. And we just, we really wanted to save you from that. I agree with you.
Joy?
Yeah, I agree with you. Orem is a beacon to the world. And the tone that Orem sets in its conduct and its people and how it treats its people is an example to how other empires should treat theirs. I don't know much about this world, but I have heard of Orem, and I know its influence stretches far and wide.
I would always get told, little children's stories about old Pontus there, when I was just a young little bunny. Of all the great adventures he'd been on, and oh boy, knowing now that you're connected to him in such a direct way, what a great burden you must bear. And to have the courage to want change for what, even Pontus couldn't even do, that's quite something. Yes.
That's deep.
No, I appreciate the words,
yes.
Darian and Zippy. Orem's known for its gold and its greeders and and Salem and the hunt of the grand treasures, obviously. But I'd rather us be known for our kindness and our willingness to help those in need.
Yeah, I mean,
And joy. Joy actually doesn't sound that bad.
yeah, sure. I mean, and even some may call it even bliss.
Bliss. Weird, but yeah, I guess.
Wow, what a
I
funny
guess that's
name.
a synonym.
If there's this old saying that me and my little bunny rabbits brothers and sisters used to say about Pontus. Now that we said, joy and bliss and everything, he was the blissful king. Oh, he was. Whenever we saw pictures of him in our stories, you could always see just the joy in his face when he just slaughtered his enemies.
I'm starting to think maybe, the information transfer between the Bramble Patch, which I know is very secluded, and Orem might be a little bit muddy.
The heads would just come right off.
If you say so.
It was amazing.
Maybe I haven't heard that one.
The teeth with his grin.
Yes, yeah, he did have teeth. I will agree with that part. Yeah, he had a mouth. full of them.
Anyways.
Well, you know, Colm, I'm sure you're familiar with some of these things with being, part of the royal court for some time. But if you really want to be king, you better be careful with who you surround yourself with. Bringing drastic change like that, can be difficult. And when you start to shake the system, I've seen it in others, you can make a lot of enemies. So you want to make sure you have, the
I
right
agree.
powerful people backing you.
I've had trouble in that department actually. Like, not a lot of people want to align with me with my radical views, and since I'm so strong-headed about them. But Farron always wanted to help.
But what do we know? We're just a bunch of common folk. We're just little adventurers. We're like, we're like everyone else. You're such in such a higher level than us, and oh boy, your worries and troubles must be completely different from us normal folk.
Yes, they are different. Like, yeah, of course they're different, but I feel like all the people of Orem will share the same burden. If the wrong person gets elected, so we're kind of all in this together. By the way, who are the other candidates?
Well, when we heard the stories and rumors of your grandfather, I heard a couple names being passed around, and actually, now that you've mentioned it, that name Farron sounds familiar. Unfortunately, that's about as much as I've heard, but I think she is. I don't know.
The sorcerer line. She's.
I just heard the name.
But there's obviously they're a wide line. There's many rises.
Well, I did hear that name amongst some of the gossip, so it may be them, but I'm unsure of the other candidates.
Yeah, maybe you did have heard it before, but I'm sure she would not get mixed up in this. No way, not her.
Is there any reason why?
She's, Farron. She's cool. She wouldn't just join. She doesn't want power. She's like a free spirit. She doesn't want anything,
Oh, sorry. Forgive my ignorance.
Sorry, yeah, I'm talking
know
like you know her. I
really
apologize.
into
No,
the noble scene.
that's my bad. But
Colm, you talk about power coming into your hands, but would power really all be yours? Is it exclusive to the royal throne, or is it shared amongst any other powers in the city?
it's almost exclusively my own. The nobles can have their input, but at the end of the day, if I was the king, I would be making the decisions. I would have Salem's blessing. I would have everything. So.
Oh, so like there's no churches involved or anything.
Oh no, the churches are quite involved. That when becoming a king, you kind of become the spiritual head figure of the city, in a way, with the blessing.
Oh, that's.
What's this blessing?
Well, the story goes when the original three greeters founded Orem, and they found the grand treasure, the first one, just the three of them. They were visited by Salem and Salem's tether. To this day, nobody knows the form of, but they were each given a blessing, and one of them was to be the ruler of Orem.
It seems like a fairly strong influence in. Look, I don't mean to overstep. You're the candidate here to be king, but do you think being blessed by the idea of greed itself is a positive thing for the people?
No, and I think with the greeter culture nowadays, everybody's, got grand treasures and greed on their mind. But being one who has the blessing in their blood, it is my responsibility to use it wisely.
But can't you? What happens if you reject that blessing?
Well, I can't really reject it, Should I be telling you all this?
Oh.
I guess so. Let me give you the lowdown real quick. So, and this is also just DM Seth talking at this point. But so the 3 original greeters were given the Salem blessing. One of them was decided to be the king. The blessing isn't different among them. It's the same thing. It's just basically the right to rule Orem and the first grand treasure, or so they say. And basically, the blessing is in the bloodline, and whoever gets chosen to be king has that blessing awakened. Who knows what that means? Only kings know what that means, or queens.
But it could be entirely ceremonial.
Yes, it could be.
You know, Salem might not, his spirit might not even show up. It could be just like, okay.
I will, back to Colm.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of how that blessing works. Yeah, it'll have to wait until I become king to be any threat, if any at all. It's quite mysterious, but...
Just seems like a shame to just have greed, surrounded by the city.
I agree.
It makes me actually really upset.
Persuasion check, real quick. Just zippy.
Let me cry. Okay. That is 12.
Colm doesn't cry, but he's like, it boils my blood too, knowing that people are living so selfishly in Orem, and that we're allowing that culture to thrive. And you can see he's like getting more into it.
What are you supposed to do if you have to have that blessing? Doesn't mean that we're kind of stuck? Is there any... How could you change that?
I don't know. Tearing down the church, I suppose, or burning the sacred fountain, or something like that.
Can't you just put up like a sign? All these seem so drastic.
A sign? I guess that is a good
that
first
is-
step. No Salem here. I can see it now.
What if... Well, if there's anything I've seen before, it's, that might leave a really big void in the culture and in the city. There's gonna need to be something to fill
You're right.
that.
When you dig a hole for a carrot, you gotta put a seed in, or else nothing grows.
Yes? I don't know farming or agriculture that well.
He has a
but
lot of...
I assume yes.
Yeah, he has lots of gardening analogies.
The roots.
It's
Okay.
it's a
Think
bramble
about
patch
the
thing.
roots.
Root. Got it. Root. Yes. Yes, I suppose there would be something that needs to replace it. Persuasion check, the both of you.
We're so close.
So hold on, and Seth. So hold on, we still have inspiration points from previously.
yeah.
right?
It's the same day. I haven't rested yet.
I think Norman, you used yours.
That's an
Yeah.
18 plus 5. So
Mine's
that's
actually
a
18
23.
too. 16 plus 2.
You know what we could replace it with? This is where you say what?
What? Oh my goodness.
What a dick.
Think joy. Think about it. Joy. Like bliss, I guess, maybe. What if everybody was happy, right? Like what if everybody was just happy all the time? It just filled with joy, and the streets were filled, and everyone knew each other's names, and it was like a big sleepover all the time. Like, think about it. Yeah.
Like a utopia. How?
I don't
but
know.
how can we do that? How can we fill it?
Okay, this might sound crazy, guys. This might sound so crazy. What if we replace Salem with Turi? Like God of Bliss. I can't believe I forgot. Turi, God of Bliss. Good friends with my grandfather. How did I not think of this?
Zippy turns around and he just does a little fist bump. Yes! And then he turns quickly back around.
Well, that's not a bad idea. I mean, you basically want to replace the church, right? Having another similar thing, but a new
Let's
paradigm.
get the greed out. Get the greed out of our streets.
It's greed that brought Limbo into our streets in the first place. They're just greedy
It's
people.
greed that corrupts our citizens.
Yeah!
Hip hip!
Yeah.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Oh my goodness, it's like we're in a council room meeting, but we're just regular folk.
We are. Well,
Oh, you're
sorry,
you're not, Colm. You're a really important person compared to us.
I am important.
Colm, this could change the world. We need to get you back to the
Could
city.
change everything. We gotta get back to the city. I gotta find a way to contact Turi. Guys, let's go.
All right.
We all fit on that one horse.
Wait, are you sure you're able to? You're feeling much better?
I feel like I've been rejuvenated. I feel like my Pontus is with me and my spirit's lifted. I feel like he would be so proud of me right now.
Oh,
All right, well-
I'm sure he would be. Hurry, let's get you on a horse and let's ride.
Yeah.
That's
Look, we've
great, but let's
only
go.
We've only got the one horse. Do you think you can get a spare horse from the guards at the gate? Will they recognize you?
Oh, I can do anything now. Let's go.
All right, let's get to the gate.
we push Colm onto the horse and then just like very quietly whisper into Darian's ear, "You plant the seed and water it."
And think of the root.
The roots go deep.
All right. And as players, I give Jacob the biggest internet high five right now.
That was awesome.
You guys. All right. You guys ride off with on Tea Leaf kind of slowly. Darian, you're probably running alongside them or actually maybe Zippy's running alongside because you're the
I'm pretty fast. Here I go.
Well, pretty close to the gate, right? So
Stubby's still like standing on Tea Leaf's head, and all you guys go. And you get to the gate, and the guards are there, and they're like, they're not screening anybody, but they see Colm, and Colm hops off Tea Leaf, and he's like, "Hello there! I'm Colm Alvaro, future king of Orem. Give me a horse." And they're like, What? What? And they're like freaking out because they're like, "You're dead. What? You got kidnapped. What happened?" And Colm's like, "No one can tie me down. I am a force to be reckoned with, and I'm gonna make joy and change come to Orem." And the guys are like, "What is he saying?" But I'm buying it. And they're like, "Get this man a horse." And he's like, "The happiest horse you have. We've got bliss to spread." And they get a horse with just this horse is broken. It's got a huge grin, and it's a medical thing. But they bring it out, and he's like, "This will do nicely. I'm going to call you suggestions.
Peace bringer.
Peace bringer horse."
So bad.
Yes.
Shouted from the back, "Peace bringer."
And you hear the horse, Zippy. It looks at you, and it's just like, "I'll plant the seed." The horse is in on it. And Colm rides on the horse. He's like, "Boys, to the castle, we ride!" You go through the streets with your happy train now. Cut to Normandy.
Oh my
You have slammed open the gates into the banquet hall, and before you, and you basically said like, "Stop! I have information on Colm," right?
No, I said I need to talk to Yogi.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you need to talk to Yogi. You see in the room just a sea of nobles, and they're all wearing very regal stuff. And you see in the center of the room, it's like a circle's formed, and in the center of this circle is the sorcerer candidate, which you've seen before, this elf girl with like slicked back, silver, long hair. And she's like yelling at Turi / Carol, and they're kind of arguing. And Yogi's kind of there between them, trying to break them up. And you see Bradley over in the corner just eating like chicken nuggets.
I love him. He's awesome.
And he looks so sad too. Like he's still not happy with being a king candidate. You just hear Farron yelling at Turi, being like, "You cannot do this. You've postponed it enough. What are you waiting for, Turi? Let's just get it out of the way." What are you waiting for? Seriously? And Turi's just like, now, come on. We've got lots of things let people simmer. Let them think about what they really want. I mean, it's a hard decision. Kid King, still funny, or you, boring. Like, shouldn't people think? And she's like, you cannot sway the votes, Turi. You better. I swear, I will do something. Yogi, what can I do? And Yogi, the Kenku royal advisor, is like, now, please, calm down. Calm down, both of you. We don't have time for this. And you barge in, and that's when you say your line.
Okay.
And everyone kind of freezes, and the gap opens up, and Yogi, Turi, and Farron all look at you, and you're still Christopher in disguise self.
Okay, and I come in, if I can retcon a little bit, I leave the donuts outside.
Sure.
and I have the stick.
You don't have enough for this many people.
I say, I need to talk to Yogi. Where is Yogi? It's really important.
So the crowd has split, and Turi looks at you, and the face of Carol, basically, you can see the eyes, so the dilation of the eyes, tells you if the god is embodying them or not. The eyes go down, so it's Carol, and you can see like a grin goes across her face as she sees you, and Yogi is like, wait, what? Who are you again?
I'm a page. I have someone is asking for you. They say it's.
Oh wait, you're Christopher. What are you doing?
There's someone up at your office who needs to talk to you. They say that there is a huge financial emergency, and they need to talk to you right now because of something that's happening in the city, and they need your attention right now.
Persuasion check.
Okay. 15.
Can it wait?
They say it cannot. Like there are decisions being made in the city right now, and they said that they're waiting for you right now, and they're not leaving, and that they say that if you don't come, they're gonna come down here.
Fine. You two play nice. Don't let them kill each other. And the Kenku Yogi leaves and walks quickly through the halls towards their office.
And as soon as the door closes, I kind of pick up the donuts and I say, lead the way.
Oh, you're following Yogi?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's just like, Christopher, this better be good. And you can hear the arguing is starting to start again in the hall. And you're following him down. He's like, it's one thing after another today, Christopher. I can't believe it. It's like everything's falling apart.
And is there anyone else in the hallway?
No.
Okay, and I'm going to say, falling apart, what do you mean? And I'm matching pace with him.
It's like, well, first, Colm leaves, that whole thing. And then, Turi postponing it. I just want to get this over with and get on to the next chapter.
Yeah, tell me, I know what you mean. Listen, we need to talk. Friend. And I drop disguise self.
We're already talking, what?
Yogi. You and we need to have a word right now. And I kind of go towards like the side of the hallway, just to be like not right in the middle of it.
Okay. You bring him over there, and he's like, "What? You're the people trying to find Colm, right? What are you doing? Why are you distracting me? I don't have time for this." And he tries to leave.
I grab him by the arm and I say, "You'll want to hear what I have to say. It'll work out best for you."
You will let me go this instant.
We have Colm.
What?
We have him. But
what are you doing?
I want to strike a deal that works best for all of us.
I'm giving you the gold. We already made a deal. You can't swindle. I don't even want Colm.
The terms have changed because Colm is coming back to the city now, and we can let it stand that you never sent any soldiers out to find him, and that we found him on our own, or we can raise the price that you pay us, and we can let you and your initiative take all the credit. What do you say? We don't have a lot of time. He's going to be here in minutes.
Do you really think you can bribe me?
You really want to take the chance?
Oh, I'll take any chance. There are powers that be, and to be honest, I find it quite inconceivable that you would even have Colm. I don't see him.
Well, you know that I'm relatively new to this city.
I don't know anything about you. You barged in my office and asked for a bounty.
If I didn't know what Colm looked like, would I be able to do this? And I Oh man, I should have waited till I got to the room. And I cast Disguise Self, and I look like Colm. This is my last spell slot.
Your last one.
And I cast Disguise Self,
Okay.
and I look like Colm.
Persuasion check.
Gosh, I've been rolling crap all night. Natural 1.
Oh my.
What the flip?
Oh no!
Wow.
You don't impress me with your tricks. You think that could work? I know you can disguise yourself as anyone you've seen before. You could have seen he lived in Orem, you fool.
I turn back to myself, and I say, and to think I was going to give you a donut, listen to me. I'm going to give you one more chance. When Colm comes through that gate, he's going to be with Darian, and he's going to have a chance to tell him that who saved him was either with us.
If Colm comes through that door, I will eat my left shoe.
Well, I hope you like the taste of leather, friend.
I don't. And he leaves. Or he starts walking away if you want to stop him again.
Man, I'm going to... I have nothing. I'm out of spells. I could...
Use your words.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Yogi, there is a way that this benefits all of us. Your job could be at stake. If it finds out...
You're having to keep pace with him as he's walking back.
I'm gonna say, you really need to think about this. Oh, sorry, and I kind of trip, and I kind of nudge him with the stick of bliss.
Tell people what the Stick of Bliss does in case they forgot when I gave it to you.
Okay, so in combat, you can hit someone with the Stick of Bliss, and if they fail their Constitution or their Wisdom saving throw, it gives them -2 to their AC for I think like 10 minutes. But in gameplay, like in improv, it makes someone uncharacteristically happy and upbeat, and kind of gets them to steer away from negative emotions. That's the paraphrase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a Wisdom save?
Yeah.
Against your DC. What's your DC?
15.
All right. You bump into him with it, and he like hits the wall, and he's like, "Hey, watch where where you're going. Don't go bumping into me."
Sorry, Yogi. I was a little stressed. Listen. Why don't you have a donut, and we'll talk about this really quick. There is a way that
I'd like a donut.
Yeah, here. Have any kind that you want. I really recommend the toasted coconut chocolate one. It's really good.
Can I take the green one?
Well, I had that for a friend, but if you're eyeing it, sure.
I want that's my donut. I want the coconut.
Oh, it's amazing. Here.
And he eats it. He's like, I don't. Birds shouldn't eat this. I only eat seeds. Why did you feed me a donut? But I love it.
Well, coconut's kind of like a seed. It's kind of like a plant.
Man, the 2 episodes in a row I've been thrown up. It's good, but I can't.
Yogi, wash it down with this.
I need to get back there.
Here, you know what? You're choking. First, wash it down with this coffee. Here you go. It's still warm.
Too hot!
Oh my gosh. This negative one is haunting.
Why are you doing this to me?
I'm going to say, listen, we had to go through a lot of trouble. We almost died saving Colm. The only reason I asked for the pay increase is to cover the costs of what we had to do to save him. But I promise you, he's going to be in a few minutes escorted by Darian, and I'm going to go meet them, and we're going to come in. We want this to work best for you. We want to help you. And if it becomes known that you didn't send anyone out, and that it was just some mercenaries that you were only willing to pay a measly fee, it's not going to reflect well on you. I'm trying to give you a chance. I'm trying to help you. Friend, there's a way that this benefits all of us. All we need is another 300.
Another persuasion check with advantage since he's under the bliss. So with the bliss stick, he's just happy and kind of more easily influenced. He's not like fully charmed or anything, but...
And just make sure he doesn't mention the deal. Like, that's emphasized.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not metagaming.
Okay. 23. 18 plus 5.
Woo!
About time. Flip me.
Sure. I'll increase your pay. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so
now let me get back.
Okay, but all you gotta do is make sure you take the credit for sending soldiers out to find him.
Take the credit for the soldiers.
And don't mention.
Thank you.
And don't mention us. We don't want any credit.
Here's your 300. You said. Here you go. 300
plus the extra 150 that was owing.
plus the 150. Here you go. Plus 150.
Wow, how much gold do you have on you? And I kind of take it and pocket it.
A lot.
Okay, do you want another donut?
No.
Okay, more for me. Are you gonna finish the coffee?
I can't eat those, but I'm happy about it.
Okay.
All right. Good talk. And then he leaves.
And I leave. I walk out. Oh no! But as he opens the door,
Okay.
I look through, and I try to make eye contact with Turi.
Turi. He walks back. The doors are basically still open since you've opened them, and Turi could also kind of see through your disguised self, so he kind of already knew it was you.
And I give him like the sickest wink that I can muster. I'm like winking hardcore.
And it's funny. He's not even like looking down the hall to where Yogi is. He's still in a heated debate with Farron. But you wink, and you just see in the middle. He doesn't even turn his head. He reaches out and he like catches it.
Oh, that's so cool.
And he puts it in his pocket.
And I start humming.
And you go. Are you gonna wait outside the castle for the rest of
Oh
them?
yeah.
All right. You make your way back.
Kind of whistling to myself.
You're kind of out there. You're just outside, the main lobby area, in just kind of the front yard of the castle, and you hear, coming up the stairs, it's somebody's like shouting, and it's like they're giving a speech, and you look down the stairs and you see a line of followers following this man who you know is Colm on a horse that's always grinning, and there's like followers of people, and he's like, joy, and everybody's chanting like joy, because as you wandered through the city, Darian and Zippy, Colm has basically like everybody's been like, Colm, it's Colm, like all the commoner people love him, and he's been like basically spitting this joy propaganda as he's moving up towards the castle.
I take a bite of my donut as I watch them approach.
You see Darian and Zippy are right next to Colm on their horse, Tea Leaf. And Colm gets to the top and he's like, hello, Donut Boy! You look happy today!
It's a good day. I'm glad.
Oh, yes it is. Right, Zippy? Right, Darian?
Yes, this donut boy looks, wow, he looks like a really nice person who... Get out of the way, the king's here!
Yeah, so much joy. Hey, could I have a donut? Spread the joy, right?
Of course, have one. Have anyone you like. You said your name was Zippy. Do you want one too?
Yes, my name's Zippy Westboro. I'm from the Bramble Patch. I'd love a carrot, cake.
What you see is what you get. Can I come with you guys?
I'll take the white one then. Give me that.
Yeah, sure, we're just spreading the joy. I grab the green one and I take a big bite.
Ooh, I think the Kenku ate it.
Oh, you grabbed
No,
the
you ate the coconut one. Normandy, are you gonna hop on Tea Leaf with them and join the parade?
Are we close to my horse?
Denmark is kind of tied up, like, outside. They're gonna basically get off their horses very soon and kind of wander in.
I just follow on foot.
Sounds good. Darian, you took a bite of this donut. This green donut that Jezzy specifically made for you. And you bite into it, and this is something, you've been here for a while, and you've had a lot of food, but nothing has tasted like home, like the Feywild. And for some reason, this donut tastes almost identical to the one your mother used to make when you were growing up. Like, it's got some weird Feywild spices, but memories flood back as you remember you're growing up in the Feywild. But it tastes like something your mother would have made for you growing up.
Well, now that like we're part of this joy train, like, Darian and Zippy have been kind of feeding into it, like to make sure it all happens. But now Darian legitimately feels joy, like he's like actually stoked right now about feeling that. And Norman, where did you get this donut?
I got it
This is amazing.
I'll tell you later, but it looked really good.
I need to know right now. Where'd you get it?
It's from Jezzy. She says hi. It's for you.
I definitely have to stop by and get more of these later. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, joy, everyone.
I start playing my accordion too.
Hell yeah. And you start leading this parade on your accordion. You guys get further up and just outside the entrance to the castle. You all hop off your horses. And Colm speaks to the people, and he's like, "Now wait out here! I have to go in and do king stuff." And everybody's like, "King stuff!" And he's like, "Go about your days and be happy, because change is coming to Orem, and don't you forget it." And they're all like, "Change, change, change." And he's like, "Darian, Zippy, you boys are with me."
All right.
All right, I'm coming.
Well, oh man.
Can we bring the guy with the instrument? I feel like the accordion will be a nice backtrack. I feel like there's a big speech coming.
I do need a backtrack. Come along, accordion man.
I give Darren a huge fist bump and come along.
What's your name, accordion man?
Oh, you can call me Normandy. It's a pleasure to meet you.
All right, we're friends now.
Okay, I kind of feel like I've known you for a while. At least a couple of weeks.
Same.
Well, let's go. And then you guys wander in the lobby, and Tommy's there, and he's like, "Yo, Colm!" And he's like, "Yo, what up?" And then they like fist bump, and he's like, "You can go up the stairs because you're Colm." He's like, "Hell yeah, I am." And he starts walking up the stairs, and he's like, and you're still playing the accordion, and Zippy and Darian, you're like hopping along with him. And he's like really high stepping and like jogging, and he's just like, he feels so inspired right now. He's just as he gets to the top of the stairs, he's like, "You know what, boys? I'm feeling so happy. Let's keep going to the banquet hall. The guards told you where, obviously everything is." And you make your way down, and thank goodness I prepared for this, because boys, I'm feeling a song coming on. Hit it, Norman.
Okay, B flat. All right, here we go.
And we're there. I'm not gonna do a song.
Maybe I'll write one.
You have to wait for our Christmas episode for that. But just as he was gonna start his song, he's like, "Oh, we're here. Oh, we'll put that in the can." But I want you on my recording track, or accordion boy. What's your name?
Normandy. Pleasure to meet you. You said your name was Colm?
Oh, you better believe my name is Colm Alvaro.
You know what? We're gonna make sure people
forget it.
recognize that name. And I keep playing.
Oh, they will. Watch this. And then you turn the corner, and it's the banquet hall, and the doors are still open, and you see Turi, and Farron and Yogi, and everyone turns around again and sees your weird ensemble, and he heard Colm's voice basically echoing down as he was trying to sing, and they're like, "What?" And you see Turi, like, just kind of slowly start walking back out of the crowd from the like middle of the circle where they were debating, and you see Farron's eyes just like, and her jaw just drops, and Yogi, who really didn't believe that Colm was gonna come, is just immediately like slowly taking off his shoe. And Bradley doesn't care, but he's eating nuggets. But everyone's just like, "Oh my Salem." And everyone's just like, "Go!" Like all the nobles there like really hate Colm, so seeing him actually back is ridiculous. And the four of you start strutting down the hall with confidence, just confident as hell. And you've earned this. You've saved him.
As we're kind of walking down, and Colm is strutting proudly. As we get close to the door, I just pat Colm on the back, and I'm just like, "Go get him, Tiger." And then we just kind of like stop walking and let him go in.
I'm not a tiger. I'm a man. All right, let me go. Yeah. Yes. And then he just keeps walking. He's on cloud 9. Like he's just feels like his purpose in life is being fulfilled right now, and this is what he was born to do.
All right.
And you guys kind of hold back outside, but still you can hear everything that's going to happen in the room and see kind of what's going on.
Yeah, I want to step out of view of the door, by the way. Like, I don't want anybody seeing us in the hallway or anything. Mm-hmm. Like, so we can still listen, but not like, so there's no, like Jacob was saying before, like, so there's no way that he sees us, like, just
For sure.
hand that off. Yeah.
Everybody make a stealth check then.
I take the fourth last donut and I hold the box open as we kind of watch, and I say, "Do you guys want any more?"
I am.
Do you have any more of those green ones?
Yeah, I like the white ones.
Here you go, Zippy. Sorry, we just got honey glaze and honey cruller left.
That's a 19 for me, by the way, on that stealth check.
Still waiting on the answer
Mine's
from those donuts, guys.
I said I'll take one.
Okay, here you go.
I'll take the honey cruller.
Mine was an 18, by the way.
14 for me, and I'm eating the double chocolate.
None of the nobles notice you donut-eating boys outside the doors, since they're all just focused on Colm right now, so you're all quite well hidden and nobody's seeing you. But Colm walks in, and he, like, parts the sea again, and he's just like, now I know what you're thinking. I'm... Farron? And Farron is looking at him, and she is kind of shaking, and she doesn't seem happy. Yogi is still very happy from the bliss stick. But Farron is just like, Colm, you're... How did... Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you fine? Where were you? And he's just like, I was... actually, it was pretty depressing. I don't want to kill my buzz right now, but I was captured by Limbo, and I escaped from the help from my friends, which my friends, which I'll introduce eventually, probably. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm here now, and I'm ready to become king. I've heard of Pontus's. I've heard of his passing. And I'm ready to take up the next torch. I'm sure whoever the sorcerer candidate is and the cleric candidate will be okay with me taking it, I'm sure, right? Right, guys? And the room is silent. And all the nobles are starting to, like, look at each other. Like, it's like everybody knows a secret except Colm, kind of thing. And Farron's just like, Colm, you're not gonna be the king. And he's like, no, I am. Positive thinking. No, I am. Yeah, right. Who else could it be? And Farron's like, Colm, I'm going to become the queen. You're against me and Bradley. And he's like, Bradley Ranbjorg? And he's just over. He's like, hi, Colm. I miss Paige. I love her. If you know her, send her my way. I more nuggets too. Nice, please. And Colm's just, what do you? No, you hate this stuff. What are you talking about? I thought it was gonna be another sorcerer candidate, but nobody else was being groomed for that. Nobody else wanted it. None of the other families wanted it. Why now do you want it all of a sudden? And Farron's eyes are starting to tear up, and she's like, Colm, I'm not your friend anymore. I can't do this with you right now. Turi? And Turi pops in like he does, in between the two. And she looks at him with these very intense eyes, trying to figure out. And she's like, Turi, you gonna stop postponing it now that we're all here? And he's like, you know what, kiddo? I just might. And you feel a burn in your hand, Normandy. You kind of have your fist closed, but you feel a little heat in your hand. And you open your hand and you look down, and it just says, meet at the Speakeasy Speak ASAP. Turi. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Wow.
Oh, baby, time to become Colm's campaign